Hello and welcome to a Bible study with me. Today we'll be continuing our series on the study of the book of Genesis, and we'll be studying Genesis chapter 18 and 19. Let's go. Chapter 19, verse 1. Now the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, Hear now, my lords, please turn in to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you may rise early and go on your way. And they said, No, but we will spend the night in the open square. But he insisted strongly, so they turned in to him and entered his house. Then he made them a feast and baked unleavened bread, and they ate. Right. So we just finished studying the chapter before this, and we saw how God was wanting to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So the angels that were sent to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah actually arrived in Sodom and Gomorrah, or in Sodom, and as they arrived, happened that they arrived to Lot, who was sitting at the gate. So immediately saw them, saw that those strangers, he invited them to his house. He learned hospitality from Abraham, I must say. He invited them over, and they accepted. He prepared the feast, and they ate. Okay, verse 4. Now before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, both young and old, all the people from every quarter, surrounded the house. And they called to Lot and said to him, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, that we may know them carnally. Oh, okay. All right. I don't think I've ever known this what was the wanted to do. I know the story so well, but I've never really known this was what was going to happen. I just felt they wanted to like rob them or kill them or something. Like I know the Sodom and Gomorrah was a very bad place, so when they saw strangers, they wanted to like maybe rough handle them, beat them, or kill them probably. I didn't know they wanted to, assault them. Wow. Okay. Verse 6. So Lot went out to them through the door. Wow, okay. Anyway, shut the door behind them and said, Please, my brethren, do not do so wickedly. See now, I have two daughters who have not known a man. Please, let me bring them out to you. You may do to them as you wish. Only do nothing to these men, since this is the reason they have come under the shadow of my roof. Now, wait a minute. All right. Okay. Now, wait. I understand that he's trying to protect the men, right? The angels of God that were in his house. He didn't know they were angels. The strangers in his house, right? And these people were evil men, evil people. He basically just offered his children, his two daughters, to these evil men, like, do with them what you want, but leave these men alone. Like, okay. Wow. I know I would never be doing something like that. I may, as much as learn how to defend and like, okay, no, I will, by God's grace, God will help me. I'll be able to invite strangers to my house like that. And if I see that then danger being in my house, I will try and make sure that, okay, they're protected. They're like, okay, no, don't do that, please. I can beg, I can try to fight. Just want that many, but I can. But I will not now offer my own family place of. So that was taken to another level. That's okay. That's good for Lot. I'm like, okay, nice one, but wow. Anyway, verse 9. So they said, Stand back. Then they said, this one came in to stay here and he keeps acting as a judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them. So they pressed hard against the man Lot and came near to break down the door. But the men reached out their hands and pulled Lot into the house with them and shut the door. And they struck the men who were in the doorway of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they became weary trying to find the door. Wow. Okay. Then the men said to Lot, have you anyone else here? Son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, whomever you have in the city, take them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the outcry against them has grown great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Wow. All right. Okay. I'm just the whole stuff that happened there with the men being struck with blindness and the people about to destroy this place. I'm aware it's being overshadowed in my head with the thought of how Lot was able to integrate into this place. That I just imagine, he chose this place himself when he had option when he and Abraham were like, we were quarreling, we shouldn't quarrel, let's separate ourselves, choose any land before you. So he chose this place. I'm not certain that this hostility just became now. You understand? Like it just started now. I feel he must have also gone through a lot to now be able to integrate into their society, because they even mentioned here that you that's a stranger. Where was it? Verse 9. Then they said, stand back. And they said, this one came in to stay here. You that we have just managed to allow to stay here, that we have, just recently accepted you to stay here, and not even one of us. You want to now act as a judge. You want to now like, for this what you have done, we will do worse to you than what I'm about to do to these men also. That's what they said there. I'm like, wow. Poor Lot, he could not really run away. After choosing this kind of place, he had to live with it. He had to live with his choices. That's wow. Anyway, verse 14. So Lot went out. Anyway, so they told him, take anybody you know, your son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, your wife, your family, take them out. We're about to destroy this place, okay? So verse 14, Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who had married his daughters and said, get up, let us go. But they thought he was joking. All right. In the morning, the angels were like, hurry, go. Take your wife, your two daughters and go. Whoever is left will be destroyed. Sorry. Whoever is left will be destroyed. Verse 16, while he lingered, the men took hold of his hand, his wife's hand, and the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful to him, and they brought him out and set him outside the city. So they practically dragged him and like took him first because he was lingering around, and maybe because of his wife's, his children's, his daughters, husbands or whatever reason, was dilly-dallying around, and forced him out. I don't see the word force, but they took him out and they had to lead him out, and they told him, escape to the mountains. Let me just read it as I was saying. Verse 17. So it came to pass when they had brought them outside that he said, escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains, otherwise you will be destroyed. Then the Lord said, please, no, my Lord, indeed, now your servant has found favor in your sight, and you have increased the mercy which you have shown me. I cannot escape to the mountains, otherwise something evil will overtake me and I will die. See now, this city is near enough to flee to. It is a little one. Please let me escape there. Let my son live. Okay, they're like, all right. Verse 21, they said to him, see, I have favored you concerning this thing also. I will not overthrow this city that you have spoken. Go there. I cannot do anything until you have arrived there. And now the name of the city was called Zoar. And the sun had risen upon the earth when Lot entered Zoar. So it was already afternoon, right? Then the Lord rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. So he overthrew those cities, all the plain, all the inhabitants of the city, and what grew on the land, everything. But his wife looked back behind him and she became a pillar of salt. Wow. And Abraham went early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. Then he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward the land of the plain and saw, and behold, the smoke of the land which went up, smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had dwelt. Wow. Okay. So yeah, we see after they had led him out of the city, led him out of the place, they like spoke to him and like escape, run, go to the mountains, escape and get away from here, okay? And don't look back. But Lot was like, see, I can't really go to the mountains. I don't know what will happen to me in the mountains. I mean, I may die there. I'm escaping from there, but if I go to the mountain, I may die there. There's a city close by. Let me, please, let me go to that city. I'm very certain that that city would have also been destroyed as well. So surrounding city of around Sodom and Gomorrah. But the angels were like, okay, because of you, I will not destroy that city. You go to that city. I'm waiting for you until you get to that city. I cannot do anything. When you get to that city, I will now start my punishment on this city, something like that. So they are left. It took them the whole afternoon, the whole day to the afternoon before it got to the city he was talking about. When it got to the city, Lord rained fire and brimstone on the city, on Sodom and Gomorrah. The city that Lot went to was called Zoar. But unfortunately, on his way to this city is where I've looked back. It was one, don't look back, oh. But I don't know why. It's where I've looked back. And she was turned to a pillar of salt. I remember many Bible teachings where they try to come up with reasons why Lot's wife looked back, and they said because she was thinking about her possessions, thinking about her jewelries. It was not specified there, but I assure you I've heard teachings about that. But anyway, that's it, sha. She became a pillar of salt, and Abraham looked up and saw the city of Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed. I don't know, at this point in time, he didn't know that Lot was saved. I don't know, but we finally come to find out, I hope. But anyway, let's finish this chapter before we go to the next one. Verse 30. Then Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountains. Okay. And his two daughters were with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zoar. Alright. So he should have just gone directly to the mountains. Maybe he wouldn't have made it to the mountains. I don't know, in that time. But anyway, he finally went to the mountains. He left the Zoar. So because of him, Zoar was not destroyed. I don't want Zoar to now later rise up and become a sister and now hunt children of Israel in the future. But anyway, now the firstborn said to the younger, so that's Lot's daughters, our father is old. There's no man on the earth to come to us. The custom of all the earth. That's not true. There's no man in the earth. So you just left Zoar. Say Abraham is not still living. Say there are no people in the whole world anymore. It's just now you or Gila and your father, that's all. They could have easily left. Like, pressure their father. Okay, let's go back to Lot. Let's go back to Abraham, so that we can find men there to marry or something. No, they didn't do that. What did they not do? Come, let us make, verse 32, come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father. Imagine that. So they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with his father, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Happened the next day that the firstborn said to the younger, indeed, I lay with father last night. Let us make him drink wine again tonight also, and you go in and lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father. Then they made him drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Thus, both the daughters of Lot were with child by their father. The firstborn bore a son and called his name Moab. father of the Moabites, and the younger one bore his son and called his name Ben Ami, the father of the children. He is the father of the people of Ammon to this day. Hallelujah. Anyway, that's yeah. Anyway, let's go on. Chapter 20, verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from there to the south and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur and stayed in Gerar. Now Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. This is not the second time this is happening. This is the second time it's happening. Abraham, I thought I've learned a lesson from the first time. Anyway, but God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, indeed, you are a dead man because of this woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech, she is 90-something years old, Abimelech. Ha. Oh, Mamma mia. Anyway, but Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, will you slay a righteous nation also? Did you not say to me, she is my sister? And she, even she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and in the innocence of my heart, I have done this. Like, I didn't know. They both told me they're brothers and sisters. I beg, don't kill me or kill my nation, no. You know? And God said to him in the dream, yes, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart, for I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore, I did not allow you to touch her. Now, therefore, restore the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not restore her, know that you will surely die, and all that is yours. So Abimelech arose early in the morning, called all his servants, and told all these things in their hearing, and the men were very much afraid. And Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? How have I offended you, that you brought on me and my kingdom a great sin? You have done deeds to me that ought not to be done. Then Abimelech said to Abraham, what did you have in view that you have done this? And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, that you will kill me on the account of my wife. But indeed she is truly my sister, she is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. She's my stepsister. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, I said to her, this is your kindness that you should do for me. In every place, wherever we go, say of me, he is my brother. Okay. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen, male and female servants, and gave them to Abraham, and restored Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, see, my land is before you, dwell where it pleases you. Then to Sarah he said, behold, I have given your brother, 1,000 pieces of silver. Indeed, this vindicates you before all who are with you and before everybody. Thus she was rebuked. I don't understand that point. Verse 10, let me read it again. Verse 15. And Abimelech said, see, my land I will give you a billion. Verse 16, sorry. Then to Sarah he said, behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Indeed, this vindicates you. Okay, like, okay, to show that I did not do anything with you or something. Before all who are with you and before everybody. All right. Thought she was rebuked. That was threw me off. Thought she left. No, I don't know. Anyway, so verse 17. Abraham prayed to God and God healed Abimelech. Healed? Was he sick? I didn't read any part where he said he was sick now. Okay. All right. And God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female servants. Then they bore children. Abimelech couldn't bear children. This thing just... Okay. For the Lord has closed... Oh! Now you're explaining to me. For the Lord has closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. How long did he stay in his house? Was it overnight that he just stayed in his house and overnight they didn't bear children, they were just now become barren? It means that it was not overnight. I guess it was not overnight. The first one happened like maybe overnight, but this one did not really happen overnight. Because to now prove that nothing happened, if it was also overnight, it returned like nothing happened, they would believe, okay, overnight, nothing happened. But I believe we stayed for a couple of days, weeks, months. Nobody knows. It was not specified there. But it shows that in that period of time, the wombs of the women were closed and all that. Anyway, that's the end of it. May the Lord bless His word in our hearts. May He give us wisdom to understand and knowledge to light our paths. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much for studying with me. See you next time.